Welcome to the second module of historical research. This module is titled How to Search Research in the Archive. In this module, you will learn three key methods in historical research. First, how to search the archive. So, let's begin with defining your topic. Here I have an example questions. If you're studying the infrastructure development between Guangzhou and Zhuhai in the early reform and opening era, you might find some of these keywords quite helpful in your research. This includes Pearl River Delta, transportation corridor, bridge and road construction, regional integration, or intercity mobility. Your time period might also be useful, which is from the late 1970s to mid 1990s, which is when reform and opening happened, the beginning of reform and opening. When key infrastructure projects were being planned and implemented to link previously disconnected areas, this is the time that laid the ground for further development within the Pearl River Delta era. In addition to defining your key topic with keywords, these are some of the other things you can consider, which is to think in scales. Here I have three scales I have listed: local, regional, and cross-border. So local means things like villages or towns. For example, the land use changes in rural township in Zhongshan. Regional, such as city clusters, like the industrial integration between Dongguan, Shenzhen, and Guangzhou, or cross-border collaboration covering, for example, the 2018 policy of the strategy of Greater Bay Area, such as policy coordination and transport links between Macau, Zhuhai, and Hong Kong. These different scales can help shape not only what you search for, but also how you interpret archival materials within the border dynamics of the Pearl River Delta. Each of these scales can also point towards different type of archival materials. At the local scale, you might want to look for gazetteers, oral history, or county level planning documents. At a regional scale, you might want to look for infrastructure maps, transport design reports, or regional planning archives. And on a cross-border or national scales, you might look into state-level policy documents, strategies, and also colonial records, which point towards different areas of colonial settlements of different era and the shaping of different borders. Also, you may also look into international trade statistics. So here there might be the question of which one might come first. Would the research topic come first or the archive? Usually this is a back and forth process. Sometimes you may start with research interest with your research interest and then refine it based on what kinds of materials actually exist. And at other times, you might discover compelling archival sources, say a series of maps showing different shifting river channels, and the source itself can lead you to develop a new question. So next, I will demonstrate some of the screenshots I have taken to help you navigate through archives. First, we will look at the CUHK University website. So when you log into university website, you will click collection and then to archives. This will guide you to the archival search page. And how to search the archives. You can begin with a general search to see what's available, or you can also use advanced search function to refine your results. Advanced search tool usually allow you to filter by collection, digital material only or physical material only, the creator or author of the document, notes or descriptions that include your keyword, or subject terms, identifiers like call numbers or catalog codes. If you don't find anything at first, try synonyms or Chinese terms, especially for archival search based in the Pearl River Delta. One of the great places that I've found in this area to start your search is the website of Global Mapping of Macau, which we have also listed on our website database page. So this is an archive platform developed by Macau University of Science and Technology, which focuses on historical and spatial materials of Macau and the surrounding Pearl River Delta region. What makes this archive especially useful is that it doesn't just show isolated documents or maps. It also provides historical views of historical overviews of some of the sources you may find. So here is some of the search items I have found when I put in Pearl River Delta just in the general search box. On each of the sources on the left-hand side, you may find a long column of information such as historical backgrounds, and also they also can trace where the source come from, and perhaps sometimes where the physical archive is based. And then they can, if the source comes from another website, you can click on the URL that will guide you towards the original website where it came from. For example, here is a set of images I have found titled Landscape from Canton to Macau. The platform actually shows where this set of image comes from, which is the Academia Sinica. So this is a type of cross-referencing that makes it easy to discover related archives, to explore neighboring materials, expanding your research networks across institutions. So when I click on this, it guides me to this website called Reading Digital Atlas, which I was able to find the whole set of this images of landscape from Canton to Macau. And on this website, they also store a number of very useful historical maps based in China.